And this is the next video on the DTR, and it'll probably be the last one. The power valve pulleys come today. I've crimped that earth, so I'll put that on there. I've got nothing else to do apart from bleed the oil pump, and like I said in the last video, turn that on, or even pop it off there, because this might be empty. Keep it pulled back till it starts pumping out, then put it on there, or do it the way I said, just turn it fully on, tick over, and loads of smoke will come out. Anyway, everything's on that side. The casing needs put on. There's a new gasket down there in the gasket set, so I'll put that on, put the casing on. The power valve servo motor's got to go on next, so I'll be putting that on when I put the casing on and the pulley on, which will be soon. There's the temperature gauge. I think I showed that in the last video. I haven't put a connector on yet, but I will. But we'll get the power valve servo on now. I've got the power valve on. I've Loctited those two little Allen screws there. The servo motor's on and it's connected, that plug. There's a red and white wire somewhere there. That bullet connector for the servo motor. Let's put up all these wires will be put out the way, so that doesn't catch it when it's turning, because there's the rubber boot here to cover it. But anyway, these are aftermarket cables by the looks of it, with having two bolts on. What I would need is them turned all the way down to get the new black pulley on, but I think they're all the way down anyway. But these cables, one's short and one's long. If you put them both together, the short one's this one's the long one. If you measure them from nipple to nipple, and those two nipples there, the new pulley. And it should be easy to put on because of the cables like that. So that's both cables in. That black part should be just over a touch. Just move that wire out of the way. It should be just there. So it's lined up with the circle. That's fully open. Like I say, when you're putting that on here, it's best to take these off here, because you've got to pull these up and pull this one up so it all slots in. But like I say, that black part went on like that, and if you've just done it and you're unsure, you just check up your exhaust port, and you'll see there, you can see at the back, that's the power valve, that's all flush. So that's how you want it. If you watched the last video, I showed how sometimes some people make the mistake of spinning the power valve round and then putting the black pulley on, and it's in the wrong position. But anyway, now we'll get these cables onto here, and then we'll have to loosen these off, put something in there to keep that still, because you've got to have that to put something through. Like I've got a couple of the ends snapped, so you kind of tighten them like that, keeps that still, so you can tighten that bolt up. So we'll get the bolt in, put something through there, and get these cables onto the servo motor. I'm gonna have to take all this off, take one of them nuts off there. There shouldn't be two on anyway, because that top nipple won't fit into there, and it's because of that. You cannot adjust that down anymore to get it slacker to go around into there. So we'll get all that bit off and take them two nuts off the cables. So that's the power valve with the bolts took off the bottom. The cables are in. The cables are in the top. Just turn the key. It makes a clicking noise from somewhere on the way back, but that's set there now. So if you were to look up the exhaust port, after turning the key like that. That's the power valve. I'll just see if I can reach the key. This is when you turn your key. So that valve there now is fully open, the key's off. So you could just disconnect that box, disconnect the bullet connector, put something through there into the hole behind it, and then your power valve would be fully open. That's how you jam them open. This clutch cable, it's routed wrong. I've just noticed because I've got to get that bolt out there. It should route down there. Then there'll be one there, it's routed in there properly. So I'll take the clutch cable off, route it through there, get the bolt in there first, then get that casing on. So now I'm going to lock the power valve. Just put a bolt through there, so it goes through there, keeps that still and goes in the back. Normally I use a drill bit, but I cannot find one, but that's the right size. Then get the bolt in. I'll just tighten that up. That's just about tight now. The screw's keeping the black pulley still. If not, the valve would just spin and you wouldn't be able to tighten it. Right, that's as tight as it should be. And now with the screw still in, I've tightened those two bolts down when this is fully open with the ignition off. You have your tension on these two cables at about there. You don't have them too tight. If they're too tight, this will not turn properly. But I was going to turn the key there. Just pop the screw out. But if you want to lock your power valve, you put a screw in like that. Anyway, that's the power valve with the key. And that's fully set to open like that. That's all done. So we'll hook this rubber boot on. It's got two little things there. There should be two metal notches sticking out them screws. There's one. It looks like it's snapped off, I think. No, it's still on. So I'll hook them over there and get this out the way. That's the boot on. So I can put the casing in now on there. I think it's in here. So we'll get that on next. So that's the casing on. I've rerouted the cable as well, the clutch cable. So it hooks down under there now and comes along here. It's easy to pull in now. Still needs adjusted because I've just took it off, but see about there. There's plenty of clutch there, so that's alright. Tighten that up. That's the new exhaust gasket. This fits in the barrel, but with the exhaust what's on it's a depth pipe. You can fit these onto the depth pipe. That's the depth pipe there at the front. It's got a ridge. It's still got the old one on. I'll just pop that off now. That's the old one. That's the new one. That's the ridge I was meaning. You can just put the exhaust gasket over there and fit it. That's the exhaust on now with the new gasket. I've tightened that up. It's all tightened up at the front. So with the exhaust on now, we'll start getting all the panels on. I put 200ml of oil in last night just to check for any leaks, and there's none. And it is 750 cm. Cm just means millilitres, but after a rebuild you put 800 in. So I'll need to put 600 millilitres of oil into there as well. There's nothing else to do. I've got to put that casing on there as well. That'll take 2 minutes. I'll just put that on. I'm going to get all the casing on and the seat and the tank and that. That's it all built up now with the tank and everything on. I've just got to put a cable tie on the petrol pipe. Got the casing on in the gear stick. So it doesn't look that bad when it's all built up. should all be perfect. It's got tons of compression. Lots of compression there. We'll get in the yard, bleed the oil pump, test it, and then it should be alright, because everything's built up on it properly. Oh, the top end's tightened up and that. Tightened that Jubilee clip on the top of that thermostat cover casing. I just have to put the oil in and that's it.
Just about the fibre lines that have been upgraded.